What's up YouTube, it's your boy Rhett, back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about CeFi and we're going to be specifically comparing Gemini Earn to BlockFi. I started using Gemini Earn a few months ago, and since I started using it, I've moved about half my funds that were sitting on BlockFi over to Gemini Earn for reasons that we'll talk about later on in the video. So if you guys watch the end of the video, we're going to be covering what is Gemini Earn and how to use it. We're going to be talking about what Gemini Earn is good at. We're going to be talking about what BlockFi is good at in contrast to Gemini Earn. And then I'll be giving you guys an update to what my current CeFi strategy is and how I generally think about the risks that come with investing money in these CeFi platforms. Go down below and smash the like button for revolutionary financial platforms, and let's level up your brain. Gemini Earn is Gemini's CeFi platform that allows you to earn yield on the different cryptocurrencies that are offered on the Gemini exchange. Gemini Earn is super easy to use, and you can basically do all of your Gemini Earn related tasks through the Gemini mobile app, which is really convenient. Unfortunately though, as of the recording of this video at least, there is no way to deposit and redeem coins from Gemini Earn via the Gemini API, but I'll keep my eyes peeled if they ever do add that functionality to the Gemini API, because that would be a game changer for Gemini Earn. So basically, to get started here, we're going to open up the Gemini mobile app. We're going to go down to the bottom and click on Earn, and then you'll click on the token that you want to earn in. So let's do the Gemini dollar for now. And so then you can fund this Earn wallet by just clicking Earn, and you can either buy new crypto from the exchange or you can transfer a trading balance that already exists on the exchange. And if you click buy new crypto, you can actually make a one-time buy or a recurring buy via ACH from your related bank account. Be aware though that when you do this, if you're trading in a currency that's not a stablecoin, you will get bad price execution and higher than normal fees. But that's basically it. You could just come in here, make your deposit, and then you would have money in your Gemini dollar, Gemini Earn interest account. You could do the same thing for Ethereum or Bitcoin or the basic attention token or any of the cryptocurrencies that are listed here in Gemini Earn. And once the money is deposited into your Earn wallet, you should see it start to earn interest every single day. This is very similar to the service offered over on BlockFi, the BlockFi interest account, but there are some major differences between how Gemini Earn works and how the BlockFi interest account works. And so first, let's go over what Gemini Earn is really good at, and then after that, we'll go over what BlockFi is really good at. So what is Gemini Earn better at? First of all, over on Gemini, you get 10 free withdrawals per month, whereas over on BlockFi, you only get 2 free withdrawals per month, 1 cryptocurrency withdrawal and 1 stablecoin withdrawal. This is nice because let's say like on the first of the month, you needed money for some reason from your BlockFi interest account. Maybe you had to pay a bill and you wanted to withdraw some stablecoin. The next time, maybe on the 15th that you want to withdraw some stablecoin, it's going to cost you some fee to withdraw that from BlockFi, whereas over on Gemini, you get 10 free withdrawals per month, I think per coin, which is going to make it a lot easier for you to move money between traditional financial institutions and these crypto CeFi platforms if you use Gemini Earn. The second really good benefit of Gemini is that the trading fees over on Gemini, if you utilize the API or Active Trader, are going to be a lot lower than the fees that you would be getting over on BlockFi. Be careful though not to use the Gemini mobile app for your trading though, because those fees on the mobile app are actually worse than the fees that you would be getting over on BlockFi. And so if you don't want to deal with the Gemini API and you don't want to deal with Gemini Active Trader, you might be better off actually over on BlockFi. Also, as we just saw in the last segment of the video, Gemini Earn has way more coins available than are available over on BlockFi. And so if you do care about some of these obscure altcoins, you're going to want to take a look at Gemini Earn compared to BlockFi. Gemini Earn also offers a better interest rate when you're depositing a large amount of coins. Basically, over on BlockFi, they have a tiered interest rate structure. So for the first, I think it's 0.1 Bitcoin, they offer you like a 4% interest rate. And then after 0.1, they're offering maybe like 1%. And then after maybe half a Bitcoin, they're offering like 0.5% of interest. Whereas over on Gemini Earn, they're offering like a 1.5% interest rate, which is better than the second tier and the third tier of BlockFi interest. And that structure is pretty consistent for all of the coins that are offered on both platforms. And so what that means is if you wanted to maximize the interest that you were earning, you would deposit maybe a small amount on BlockFi to take advantage of their first tier of interest, and then deposit the rest into Gemini Earn to earn a higher tier of interest than the second and third tiers are over on BlockFi. And that's going to be really helpful for anyone that wants to deposit more coins than BlockFi basically is going to give you a good interest rate for, right? So those are all very good reasons to use Gemini Earn, but next let's take a look at what BlockFi is actually really good at and better than Gemini Earn in certain categories. My favorite feature of BlockFi is the ability to get flex interest rewards. This means if I deposit a bunch of one token in BlockFi, I can get the interest in a second second token. And so the way that I'm using this currently is I'm depositing a lot of stablecoin into BlockFi and then earning the interest in Bitcoin. Over on Gemini Earn, you get the interest payments in the like cryptocurrency that you deposited in. So if you deposited Ethereum, you're getting interest in Ethereum. If you deposit GUSD, you're getting interest in GUSD. There is no convenient way for you to deposit GUSD or Ethereum into Gemini Earn and then earn the yield in Bitcoin. You would have to manually withdraw from Gemini Earn every month and then take that US dollar amount and turn it into Bitcoin, which that's like a super manual process. No one wants to do that. And because there is no open API access to deposit and withdraw money from Gemini Earn, there's no way to really automate that process either. Another benefit of BlockFi is that when you're inside the interest account, that's the same account that you can make trades from. So an example of what that means is that when you're in BlockFi, let's say you had $10,000 of USDC and you wanted to turn that into $10,000 of Bitcoin, you could just make the trade, you would pay the 1% fee, and then you would have about $10,000 of Bitcoin. Whereas over in Gemini Earn is actually a separate entity than Gemini the exchange. And so funds that are locked up in Earn, you can't actively trade those funds. You have to first withdraw them from Earn to get them into your Gemini exchange account. And there is an up to 5 business days lockup period for when you're withdrawing those funds from Gemini Earn into Gemini the exchange account. In practice, when I've withdrawn funds from Gemini Earn to Gemini my exchange account, the withdrawal is usually processed within the same day or the next day. And so it doesn't mean that you're just never gonna be able to trade this and it's gonna take a long time or anything, but it's not as instant as it is over on BlockFi. And so if you were actually trying to take advantage of buying a dip or something, you would get better price execution on Gemini, but you'd be able to do it quicker over on BlockFi. So with Gemini Earn, you're maybe saving money and getting more bang for your buck, but over on BlockFi, you're getting execution of like, I want to take advantage of this right away. And then to be clear, withdrawing coins from BlockFi totally out of BlockFi does take between 1 and 2 days. It's just that while you're within BlockFi, you can actually trade and earn interest at the same time. Whereas in Gemini, those are 2 separate accounts. And then finally, we already sort of talked about this, but the first tier of interest in BlockFi typically has a higher interest rate than what is offered over on Gemini Earn. So if you were just trying to earn interest on small amounts of different cryptocurrencies, BlockFi would probably be the first place that you want to go if you were just comparing BlockFi and Gemini Earn. And then one last footnote, BlockFi has actually already brought their credit card product to market, whereas Gemini is still waiting on bringing their credit card product to market. They said it would be around in the summer, but that obviously hasn't happened yet. I love being able to just automatically earn Bitcoin rewards every month and have that deposited directly to my BlockFi account. So the BlockFi credit card is a really cool product, and I'm really excited for Gemini to launch their credit card, which hopefully has some features that are better than the BlockFi card, but maybe there will still be some places the BlockFi card, is better and you would want to use that instead of the Gemini card. The big disadvantage to BlockFi is obviously the 2 free withdrawals per month compared to Gemini having 10, but I think you can sort of mitigate this risk if you just plan the amount of money that you're actually keeping in BlockFi at any one period of time and sort of actively managing and thinking about, all right, well, am I going to need to withdraw this money right away? Yes or no? And to be clear, you can withdraw more than twice per month, but you just don't want to be paying unnecessary fees if you can avoid them. So next, let's go ahead and talk about my updated CeFi strategy and how I think about some of the different risks. First of all, just like anything else on this channel, none of this is financial advice. I'm just presenting to you guys what my opinions of all of this are and how I'm taking advantage and managing the risks and the benefits to these different platforms. Some of you will probably think my strategy is overly risky, and then others of you will think that I'm some boomer conservative that's not taking any risks at all. And I think that's exactly how it should be. That's totally normal. I think, some percentage of the audience is going to be on either side of the risk curve from me. This is just where I'm at. I'm not saying that this is the correct decision for anyone else. I do think that having these conversations in public is valuable though, and I definitely learn a lot from reading your guys' comments, and I'm hoping that, just hearing the way that I think about these problems can give you guys a different perspective to consider when you're thinking about your own situation. But ultimately, obviously, you're gonna have to do your own research and come to your own conclusions because again, everyone's risk profile is different. So now let's talk about my strategy. My overall crypto allocation is about 90% Bitcoin and about 10% Ethereum. I currently have 100% of all of my Ethereum in BlockFi and Gemini Earn, taking advantage of that first tier of interest over at BlockFi and then putting the rest of the spillover into Gemini Earn. Cash is about 5% of my overall portfolio allocation, and I have about 75% of my cash sitting in BlockFi earning that Bitcoin rewards interest every month. And I think of this cash sort of as like a 6 to 12 month long-term savings sort of situation, money that I might want to spend in the future, but it that I want to protect against inflation. Because BlockFi only allows one free stablecoin withdrawal per month, it's important to me that I keep some cash in just a normal savings account or in an HSA for health-related expenses, just for any random stuff that might come up, and that I'm not overly dependent on cash that's in BlockFi that I might not want to withdraw right away. Over on Gemini Earn, I have a little bit of cash, and I think of that cash sort of as like a way to earn interest on money that I might want to later use on buying a dip. It would be a lot faster to buy the dip using this cash over on BlockFi, but I do care a little bit more about getting better price execution rather than being able to like quickly go buy a dip right now, just because I've seen so many extended dips throughout the history of Bitcoin. And I think the only real way to take advantage of like speed buying a dip is by placing really low priced limit orders down deep in the order book and just keeping those orders active over a long period of time. Up until now, I've had Bitcoin sitting in BlockFi earning that first tier of interest, because I've always thought that the interest rates in the second and third tiers were not really worth it. I think they're about 1% and even less than 1%. But after listening to this podcast that I heard recently between Preston Pysh and John Vallis, I've been thinking more about how I want to allocate my Bitcoin to CeFi and how much exposure that I really want to these CeFi platforms in general. And after listening to this podcast that I'll link down in the description, I've determined that I want as little exposure to these CeFi platforms with my Bitcoin as possible. This is one of the best Bitcoin podcasts I've listened to in a long time. And in it, Preston clearly lays out a scenario whereby some of these CeFi platforms get totally screwed by not over collateralizing their loans to some of these institutional partners that they have. And if you guys want me to cover sort of the thinking in this podcast and maybe simplify some of it for you, definitely go down into the comments and let me know, because I think it is a really interesting sort of thought experiment for, okay, if these things happen, like what is going to be the response and like what can the CeFi platforms even do about it? And you're obviously free to disagree with that analysis. I'm not saying that any of that is true, but as of now, I've withdrawn all of my Bitcoin from every CeFi platform, and I'm just earning interest in the CeFi platforms in Bitcoin, and every couple months I'm going to continue to withdraw that interest off of the CeFi platforms and into my cold storage multi-sig. And that is still really where BlockFi shines, and why Gemini Earn is not quite as good in my opinion, is that you can earn flex rewards on assets that you don't necessarily think are that great long-term into an asset that you really believe in long-term. So if I have a lot of USDC and a lot of ETH sitting in BlockFi, they're actually spinning off Bitcoin rewards every month, and then I can take that and save that money in a place that I know is going to be around 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now. And of course, again, none of this is risk-free. There's probably a lot of people in the comments that are gonna be like, well, Rhett, you shouldn't be doing that. Get out of these CeFi platforms. And I totally get where those people are coming from. And if you are investing money in these CeFi platforms and you don't understand the risks, definitely go check out this video that I'll link up in the cards. I did it a while back, and it basically details some of the different risks that could be associated with these CeFi platforms. Definitely check that out if you are unaware of the risks or if you want to learn more about CeFi in general. And then also for more information on Gemini Earn and how exactly the back end of Gemini Earn works, check out this video that I'll link up in the cards from my friend Charlie over at Ask Dad Why. He goes over like the terms of service and the fine print details of exactly what you're signing up for when you do put your money into Gemini Earn specifically. If you guys like these CeFi videos, go down below and smash the like button so that YouTube shows it to other people. And that's a good signal to let me know to continue to keep making CeFi videos. Comment down below if you guys think the strategy is too aggressive, or if you think that I'm a foo-foo lame boomer that needs to take a little bit more risk and live a little. I do still respond to all the comments, and I'm really interested to hear about how you guys are currently allocating to CeFi. Subscribe and hit the notification bell for new videos every Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I love you all. Goodbye.